is how anyone, no matter the budget, can afford to live abroad. Just follow these 7 tips. The code has been cracked, y'all. I've now lived abroad twice. 4 months in Barbados, 1 month in the Philippines, which is where I am now. That's why you see the different background. And I keep getting the question about how I'm able to do this. I'm not rich yet, but I follow these same exact tips that I'm about to share with you guys. Number 1, sublease your apartment. Rent is one of our biggest expenses, so you want to get rid of that expense because of course you're gonna need to pay rent in your new location. The best thing you can do is sublease it. Some people get rid of their apartments. My personal suggestion is to sublease it, and even better, make a profit from renting it to someone else. Look at that, it's already getting easier, y'all. No rent fee to worry about. Number 2, go somewhere where the dollar is less than yours. So for example, I'm in the Philippines right now. I think it's about 53 pesos equals $1. Now for more perspective, I've been here about 3 weeks thus far, and I've only spent about $750 for 3 weeks of living, not including my flight, not including my accommodations. We'll get to that. That covered food, that covered an island getaway that I did with additional accommodations, that covered adventure activities, that covered transportation. Do you see where I'm going with this? How much can you get for $750 in New York or anywhere else in the US in 3 weeks on vacation? Not your regular life where you're staying in the house, on vacation. Do you see where I'm going with this? Is it helpful thus far? You know what to do. Go ahead and click the like button, let me know, and let the algorithm know so it shares it to other people who need this information. Now number 3, let's talk about that flight. You got points? I hope you have a credit card where you're getting miles and points, because I paid for most of this Philippines trip with my miles. This is something you can easily Google, but if you have a cashback card, that's great. Now if you have a card where you get points for what you're using the card on, that is even better. And usually if you put all your expenses on that card, by the end of the year, you can get yourself a free trip or 2 free trips. In my case, I got a free domestic trip and a huge discount off of my international trip. I know y'all want recommendations for cards, and my sister's the expert in that, so I'm gonna ask her and I'm gonna drop them below in the description. Number 4, do not get caught up eating from all the expensive shops. Do those occasionally, right? But you wanna focus on the mom and pop shops. Not only will you get better food, but you will get more bang for your buck. So let's take the Philippines again, for example. I got dessert, a drink, and a full meal at a lot of restaurants for just 20 bucks. However, it gets better. If you go to Subgo Mercado, we'll spell that out here, you can get meals for $3 to $5. Yes, son. I said it. I think the other day I literally got 2 meals and 1 dessert for 13 bucks. Perspective. For all my expats out there, go ahead and drop your tips below too, because sharing is caring. Number 5, pack all the American items and products you are going to need. Depending on the country, they will be more expensive, and honestly, that's most countries. They'll be more expensive because they're made, or they're US products. So bring those with you so that you save money in that area. All right, number 6, ask for your Airbnb discount. I mentioned in a past video on Barbados that it never hurts to ask for a discount. If you want to know exactly how to ask for the discount, I'm going to list the time code in the video. Just click the link and it'll go straight to the time code. That gives you a full example of what I say, what I recommend saying, and what worked for me. But any type of discount, 10% or 40%, is something good, isn't it? It saves you money. So go ahead and do that. Number 7, working remotely is definitely going to be helpful. And I know that's not the case for a lot of people, but know that it is an option for you. More and more jobs are opening up nowadays that are remote. I know a lot of people are getting into tech, and then there's options to make multiple sources of income, right? You should always have multiple sources of income, but one of those sources should always be remote, that's for sure. Because if you decide, okay, I want to take a break from my job and I want to do this thing, because you only live one life. And I know it sounds crazy and wild, but as y'all know, I'm a believer of God. If God is giving you the thumbs up and the okay, you got the peace about it via God, go ahead and do that, because that means He will cover you when you come back and you return. But if you ain't got the okay with God, don't go doing that thing on your own. You might get yourself in trouble. If you think this is top tier information, go ahead and click the subscribe button, because I've got a ton more videos that are just as valuable. And here's a bonus tip. It doesn't have to be for 4 months like me when I went to Barbados. It could be like 1 month right now when I'm in the Philippines. Any experience is gonna be impactful and empowering, because every other trip you've done up until this point has been for what, a week, 2 weeks? It will never be the same. Even if you revisit that same country, it will not be the same experience. I promise you, I did the same exact thing with Barbados. I went for a week and had a phenomenal time, but it was completely different from my 4 months. Now here's another bonus, because you're gonna need to make some friends, right? While you're there, go ahead and click this video for my advice on how to make friends. They don't tell you this everywhere, guys. Click this. This is the recipe. What I've been doing, what you've been watching in my highlights and my reels, everything to make friends. This is what I do.